Hi, we're the Ruiz Miller team here with Keller Williams Cornerstone Realty. I'm Stephanie Ruiz.
And I'm Bob Miller.
Sure.
Watch this quick video and we'll be right back.
An appraisal can be ordered for many reasons. For instance, a bank will order an appraisal of a house before they agree to refinance a loan. An appraisal may tell a lender the replacement value of a home, or whether the loan is a good business decision for the bank. It can be ordered to help dispute a property tax increase or to prove replacement value of a property to an insurance company. But an appraisal won't help you determine the best price to get the house sold for one simple fact. An appraisal tells you what the lenders or the county thinks your house is worth, but it doesn't tell you what a buyer will think it's worth. A buyer will base their opinion of what the home is worth on their agent's comparative market analysis, not an appraiser's report. Many sellers like the idea of pricing the house high at first to test the waters. This strategy certainly helps to sell houses. Unfortunately, the irony is that the house that sells won't be yours. That's because pricing your house high only provides a high comparable for other houses for sale in your area. And don't be fooled by all the showings you've been getting at a higher price point. The fact is that many buyer's agents will actually show your house to clients with the aim of showing what a steal the house down the street really is. For those buyers, seeing is believing. A recent survey found that sellers who followed their real estate professional's recommended price sold their houses 38 days faster, for up to 2% more, and with fewer price reductions than those who didn't. Smart sellers price right in order to get good offers early, in the first couple of weeks. You don't want to do anything that risks your house becoming old and stale in the eyes of buyers and buyer agents. Yes, a buyer can always make an offer. You just want to make sure it's on your house. Some sellers like the idea of showing they're flexible and willing to negotiate. But pricing the house too high means running the risk of getting no offers. And then it won't matter if you're willing to negotiate if there's no one to negotiate with. Buyers who might have wanted to look at your house at the right price in the first few weeks of the listing now ignore it. They believe that either something is wrong with the house, or worse, that if they wait a bit longer, you'll lower the price again. At this point, you're just attracting bargain hunters. And in order to get their attention, any price reductions will have to be substantial. Some unsuccessful sellers try to test the waters by pricing the house too high with the hopes that they'll find a buyer who's willing to pay more than the house is worth. The worst mistake a seller can make is thinking that there's no harm in price reductions later on. This is a classic pitfall that can lead to actually getting less for the house than it was worth to begin with. Sometimes price reductions are necessary, especially if your house isn't getting offers. But price reductions are a fallback strategy because they have drawbacks. Price reductions can make a buyer think one of three thoughts. What's wrong with this house? Let's wait to see if they lower it more. Let's put in a lowball offer to see how low they'll go. If your house does sell after price reductions, it could actually be for much less that you would have gotten if you'd listened to the market. Real estate markets change all the time. You want to make sure that you're pricing the house ahead of the curve, no matter the market. Let's look at a real-world example. A house priced at $100,000 is for sale in an area that's seen price declines of 5% every 3 months. And it takes about 3 months for a house priced at $100,000 to sell. That means the same house might be listed 3 months from now for $95,000. To price the house right, a real estate professional might recommend a list price of $95,000 now to ensure that the house remains competitive with new listings. If you're falling behind on your mortgage payments, you may be faced with a sudden need to sell your house. You should know that you're not alone. Millions of homeowners across the nation face the prospect of a foreclosure or short sale. And while the most compassionate buyers may understand your situation, their lenders won't, and will only lend for the current market value of the house. If you need to sell your house quickly, your best bet is to price that house to sell. The reality is that buyers, like you, are interested in getting the most value for their money, which means they won't be looking at what you paid for the house or what you still owe, only what it's worth. And studies show that the best way to get the most money from the sale of your house is to price it so you get an offer within the first 2 weeks it's on the market. Selling your house is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make, and you don't want to go it alone. You wouldn't perform surgery on yourself, so why would you sell your house without the help of a professional? Your real estate agent has provided this video because they care and want to help. Now that you have more information, you'll want to put that information into action. At the very least, begin with calling your agent to learn how they can help you to sell your home for more money in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassle.